Hello, Imaginers. It's Kyla Martin coaching you to the career and life that you imagined. And on today's episode, I wanted to talk about beliefs. I just got done being interviewed for a podcast called Breaking Beliefs. And I love the title so much because I was realizing as I was being interviewed that so much of my journey toward entrepreneurship and the life that I imagined included breaking beliefs. And that journey began years and years ago because our beliefs begin when we're very young. Many of our beliefs are given to us. Many of them are given with love and the greatest of intention, but sometimes our beliefs don't serve us. And oftentimes they don't serve us on the road to the life that we imagined. And the reason is because if you are facing fear, there's probably a belief system that is keeping you in that fear. And I believe that fear is the one thing that separates us from the life that we imagine living and the uncovering and full acknowledgement of our most authentic selves and the life and purpose that we were supposed to be fulfilling during this time on the planet. And so I started thinking about some of the beliefs that arose as I was contemplating entrepreneurship. And one of them came from a childhood experience I had with a friend's family who were entrepreneurs. And that family went through a lot of ups and downs. And so that created a belief system in me that entrepreneurship is filled with ups and downs financially. And that simply isn't true. That does not have to be true. It is simply a belief system. And so one of the things that I had to do was uncover the beliefs that I had and then decide which of those beliefs would serve me and which of those wouldn't serve me. And believing that entrepreneurship is filled with ups and downs financially was definitely not a belief that was serving me. I already had enough concern and fear about financial security when I was contemplating becoming an entrepreneur. And so I went to look for evidence of entrepreneurs that don't have ups and downs in their financial security. And of course, I found many. And in fact, one of the books that I read during this process was a book called The Creator's Code. And The Creator's Code is written by a Stanford researcher who profiles several well-known entrepreneurs, companies that we all know and many of us use. And what this book made me realize was that entrepreneurs aren't necessarily born. Many of them are made. And I always thought that entrepreneurs had to be born. I thought you had to be born being pro-risk and finding a way to chart your own path. And in reality, all of the entrepreneurs profiled in this book, companies like LinkedIn, Under Armour, Airbnb, Spanx, they were all entrepreneurs who weren't setting out to become entrepreneurs. They were simply trying to solve their own problem. So, for example, the Under Armour founder was a walk-on football player at the University of Maryland, and he simply sweat a lot. And it was actually a liability. When you're a walk-on player, you need every advantage that you can have. And so he started to create his own clothing that he could use during practice. And he found a seamstress that could help him try out different fabrics. And that's literally how Under Armour came to be. And so if we're solving our own problem, then we can guess that there's going to be other people who have the same problem. And for me, that's all of my clients. Everyone who comes to me is trying to overcome their own fear of financial failure, potentially. They want financial security and freedom. They want to uncover and activate a plan that increases their safety and security along the way. And they also want to be assured that there is a lot of bridges between where they are and where they're going. And that is all the work that I do in my practice. But it came with uncovering, understanding, deciding which of my own beliefs that I wanted to continue with and which of them I wanted to shed. So on the road to your life imagine this week, I hope that you will think about something that you want to go after. It can be something small, and why you're not doing it. And what is the belief that's holding you back from that? And is that a belief that serves you? Is that a belief that you want to continue? Or do you want to believe something different? Because you can. Check out my website at kylamartinconsulting.com for some free resources, including a complimentary consult if you want to learn more about what I do in my coaching practice and helping you to create the life and career that you imagined. And in the meantime, as always, I'm cheering you on to the life and career that you imagined. Take care, everyone.